This could, for example, include cooperation in air defense, coastal defense, and possibly the procurement of transport aircraft.
Magandang araw mga ka-aerial defense, may ibabahagi na naman ako sa inyo. Dahil ngayong araw na ito ay may pag-uusapan tayo tungkol sa ating depensa. Kauna-unahang pagkakataon bumisita ang German Defense Minister at nag-alok ng armas sa Pilipinas. Pero bago tayo magpatuloy, huwag mo muna kalimutan mag-like, share and subscribe. Paki-follow at like na rin ang aming page na nasa description na ang link. Ang Pilipinas at Germany noong linggo ay nangako sa paglagda ng isang pagsasaayos ng defense cooperation ngayong taon, na nangakong manindigan para sa internasyonal na kaayusan na nakabatay sa mga patakaran sa rehiyon ng Indo-Pacific, sa panahon ng pagtaas ng tensyon sa pagitan ng Pilipinas at China sa West Philippine Sea. Nagpulong noong linggo sina Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr. at German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius, at nangakong magtatapos ng mas malawak na arrangement on defense cooperation sa Oktubre. Nangako sina Teodoro at Pistorius sa pagtatatag ng pangmatagalang relasyon sa pagitan ng kanilang sandatahang lakas upang palawakin ang pagsasanay at pagpapalitan ng dalawang panig, galugarin ang mga pagkakataon upang palawakin ang kooperasyon ng bilateral na mga armas at makisali sa magkasanib na mga proyekto. Sa pagbisita ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos sa Germany noong Marso, nagkasundo ang dalawang bansa na palawakin ang kooperasyon sa ilang larangan, kabilang ang depensa. Nag-aalok ang Germany ng mga armas para sa air defense, coastal defense at transport aircraft upang palakasin ang mga kakayahan ng militar ng Pilipinas. Sinabi ni DND Secretary Teodoro na masyadong napaaga para sabihin kung ang kasunduan ay magreresulta sa isang visiting forces agreement sa hinaharap.
Here we are resuming relations between our ministries, and we even want to intensify our cooperation. What does it mean in concrete terms? First, we want to build long-lasting relations between our armed forces, and we want to learn from each other. Second, we want to cooperate more closely in the field of armaments. This could, for example, include cooperation in air defense, coastal defense, and possibly the procurement of transport aircraft. We have made good progress on these matters in our talks. Third, we want to further expand our training cooperation as well as our bilateral activities. This includes talks of on experts level. To boost our relations in these areas, we plan to sign, as you just mentioned earlier, a bilateral arrangement shortly. Bilateral cooperation is crucial for both the Philippines and Germany. It also sends a clear message to our partners. The countries advocating the rules-based international order stand together. And our stance is clear. All countries must be able to enjoy freedom of navigation regardless of their economic strength or geographic size. This is what we stand up for, together with our partners. And this is how we can guarantee stability and security. We are well aware that the Philippines, as a country bordering the South China Sea, depends strongly on all partners adhering to international law. The Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague issued a clear decision in 2016 on territorial claims in the South China Sea. This ruling remains valid without any exceptions. It is our obligation to strengthen the maritime order, and we are living up to it. The United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, is valid. We call on all countries to adhere to it. But we need to do more than stand up for UNCLOS. We need to contribute to de-escalation. This is only possible if we keep all channels of communication open, including those to China. By participating in the Indo-Pacific deployment, we uphold the rules-based international order. In September 2024, our Navy will visit the port of Manila. In addition to port calls in partner countries, our two vessels, the frigate Baden-Württemberg and the combat support ship Frankfurt am Main, will also participate in a number of multinational naval exercises with one or several partner nations. On top of that, our ships will also make an operational contribution to monitoring the UN sanctions against North Korea. They will also be part of the coordinated maritime presence of the European Union in the northwestern part of the Indian Ocean. We want to keep up a continued Bundeswehr engagement in the Indo-Pacific.
Titingnan din ng Pilipinas ang Germany bilang posibleng supplier ng mga kakayahan nito sa depensa. Plano rin ng Pilipinas na mag-post ng kanilang unang defense attaché sa Germany. Ang Germany ay isa sa pinakamatagal ng formal na kasosyo sa depensa ng Pilipinas sa pamamagitan ng 1974 Administrative Agreement on Training of Armed Forces of the Philippines Personnel sa Germany. Sinabi ni Teodoro na inimbitahan ng Pilipinas ang Germany na magsagawa ng Maritime Cooperative Activity o Joint Sail or Passing Exercise kasama ng mga barkong pandagat ng Germany na bibisita sa Maynila sa mga susunod na buwan. Ang Pilipinas ay nagsasagawa ng MCA sa West Philippine Sea kasama ang mga pinakamalapit na kasosyo sa seguridad tulad ng United States, Australia, Canada at Japan, upang itaguyod ang kalayaan sa pag-navigate at overflight. Inulit din ni Pistorius ang suporta ng Germany sa desisyon ng 2016 Permanent Court of Arbitration na tinanggihan ang malawakang pag-angkin ng China sa South China Sea. Pinalalalim ng Maynila at Berlin ang ugnayang militar habang sumiklab ang tensyon nitong mga nakaraang buwan sa pagitan ng China at Pilipinas, kabilang ang mga kaso na sinadyang binangga ng China ang mga barko ng Pilipinas, na malubhang nasugatan ng isang sundalo. Sinabi ni Teodoro na hindi pinupukaw ng Pilipinas ang China at hindi naghahangad ng digmaan. Ngunit inulit ang paninindigan ng Pilipinas na ang China ay ang tanging pinagmumulan ng gulo sa South China Sea, partikular sa West Philippine Sea, batay sa nebulous and unfounded claim of historic rights.
There is only one cause of conflict in the South China Sea, particularly in the West Philippine Sea. It is China's illegal and unilateral attempt to appropriate most, if not all, of the South China Sea as their internal waters, pursuant to now their 10 dashed line, on a nebulous and unfounded claim of historic rights. They always claim they have indisputable sovereignty and jurisdiction over all these areas, against all norms of international law. And that is the sole cause of tensions in the South China Sea. And this is indeed another milestone in the bilateral relations between our countries. The visit follows the German Federal Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock's visit to Manila earlier this January, and President Marcos's visit to Berlin last March, where our countries agreed to cooperate more extensively on several fields, to include defense. We once again reiterate our thanks for the consistent statements of support that the German Republic has given to our position in the West Philippine Sea against unlawful actions by China, and we value the partnership that we have on the basis of international law and upholding a rules-based international order, which is key to the stability of the Indo-Pacific region. We also strongly support the observership status of Germany in the ASEAN Defense Ministers meet, as we feel that Germany has much to contribute in a dynamic and a holistic sense to the stability of this region, and with exchanges not only individually with ASEAN countries, but with ASEAN as a whole. I also am pleased to announce that soon as possible we will be posting our first our new German defense attaché to the Philippines, and we thank Germany for its offers of training and education for the members of our defense establishment. We cooperate, we collaborate, because we have a shared vision of respect for the United Nations Charter, respect for UNCLOS, and our desire to see a stable and peaceful Indo-Pacific, as well as our desire to see a world of peace and stability in other areas of the world.
Para sa mas madaming update tungkol sa ating depensa, paki-follow at like muna ng aming page na nasa description na ang link. Huwag mo na rin kalimutan mag-like, share and subscribe. Pindutin mo na rin ang bell para updated kayo sa aking mga bagong video. Maraming salamat po.